everyone, it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today on Sunday, May 18th, with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my world. So feel free to pull out your project to work alongside me or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it because I am finally back to working on Little Baker by Miss Holly, and I will show you a photo of what the kit looks like. So this is it here. And let me tell you, it has been a challenging week working on this canvas because this entire backdrop where the window is all white AB drills. And let me tell you, color blocking of AB drills is really hard for me. It's been a lot of single placing, but I am finally almost done this row here. So I am working along here. Today we'll be working on sort of this section of our cake. And yeah, so let me go over my supplies that I'm using today. I'm just gonna tuck my book over here. Okay, supplies. I am super excited because I can finally use this on camera, but this was my mystery box from Creations Moran. This was the pen that came in the April box, and it is this beautiful pastel pen here. And I have my Diamond Art Club 6 placer on the end, and I just left the original single tip that came. But I am, whoopsie, in love with these colors. Now, in terms of the trays, I have my trusty Yellow Dog design trays. I am absolutely obsessed with this blue tray that I have. And, oh gosh, because there has been so many white AB drills, I ended up leaving white AB drills in the extra large tray. So this was a really special tray, and I will show you in a moment. But this is the lid that came from their spring limited edition tray that I put on top. Now, the actual tray, though, that I'm using, I'm really bad at taking these lids off, is this one here. So this was a newer tray that I had picked up. It is actually an extra large half grid tray. So as you can see, there's grids here, and then I can do the lines here. But I did pick it up in black because I had this exact tray in like a polychromatic color, which I love, but I just sort of wanted something like more of a basic color so that things would really pop. But these are the white AB drills because they are everywhere, and I've just left some in a tray to use because that is where I am at. And of course, release papers are coming from Bee's Crafty Corner. Okay, I think I've gone through all the accessories. Of course, putty, it's from the same shop, Creations Moran. And then if I am placing AB drills, why is this not turning on? There we go. Then I am using either my Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen that came with that clear putty, or my Dream Wax beeswax if I am multi-placing. But anyway. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me grab a color here. So I'm going to start with this red color. Okay, so how are you? What is new? I know here in Canada, it is the Victoria Day long weekend, so it's a 3-day weekend. I have Monday off because that is Victoria Day. So I'm not going to lie, it's been a pretty good weekend so far. It's been busy, and I'll get into that in a moment. Now, in terms of this past week, I guess we'll start with Monday, the 12th. So this past week was pretty chill. I'm officially back to work without any issues after that horrible lung infection. On Wednesday, we celebrated my boyfriend's birthday, so that was really nice. And then, well, we didn't do much because he had a ball hockey game and I had dance, which I am in full swing of preparing for my dance recital, which is in the beginning of June. I still really need to practice. Maybe I'll do that later today. Um, and then Thursday, nothing exciting. Friday was the kickoff to my long weekend, which my boyfriend, I feel like I put a drill somewhere that doesn't belong. Oh no, never mind. It's just me and my bad alignment. But anyway, Friday, my boyfriend actually left for a trip to Chicago. So he's in Chicago this weekend with his friends. So I actually have the apartment all to myself, which is sort of fun. Um, Now, with that being said, my boyfriend, he left Friday for Chicago Friday morning. So Friday, I said bye to him, and then I literally went to work. And then on my way home from work, I did groceries because I kind of figured the grocery stores would be super busy today. And I ended up ordering my favorite pizza from Pizza Nova, which my boyfriend's not a huge fan of Pizza Nova. So normally when it's just me, I just get Pizza Nova. And my go to is honestly just a pizza with extra cheese, extra tomato sauce, and pepperoni and Spanish onions. That's my favorite. So that was Friday night's dinner. I've been picking at that all weekend, which is nice. Yay for pizza and leftovers. Now, Friday was a pretty quiet night. I did do some diamond painting. I enjoyed some time out on my patio because it was super nice outside. And then Saturday, oh my goodness. So I had told myself because I had the apartment to myself, and for whatever reason on my Instagram, I keep getting like when I'm scrolling through the reels, I keep getting reels all about like decluttering and how to clean up your space. And I don't know, it sort of inspired me to actually try and declutter around our apartment. So I told my boyfriend that since he is away this weekend, I plan on purging my things. Let me tell you, it has been a wild ride because what ended up happening Saturday was I had to go take my car in for an oil change, a safety check, and to change out my tires because next weekend I am officially buying out my car. So my car, I've been leasing it for the past 5 years, and instead of getting like handing it in and getting like a new car, I've decided I just want to keep my car. So I'm super excited for that. But in order for me to keep my car, I had to do like a safety assessment. So yesterday I went to the dealership, dropped my car off just before 9 a.m., and the service technician told me that it's going to be a couple hours. Let's Uber you home. It's complimentary. And then when your car's done, um, we will call you and set up an Uber to come bring you back. And I was like, okay, no problem. And I was thinking, like, maybe it's like a 3 hour situation. It was not a 3 hour situation because they ended up calling me at like 11 saying, hey, so we have some bad news. Your car is a safety hazard. And they're telling me like all these things that are wrong with my car and that the service bill was going to be just shy of 5 grand. And I was like, pardon me? Like, if this is the case, like, my car should not be on the road. Like, what's the point of me trying to buy out this car if, yeah. So I accepted that, that was going to be the bill. And I was a little bummed because I really wanted to get some two new releases from Diamond Art Club, and I'm still have like, was it gift cards to redeem from them? So everything was not gift cards, but the my points, like to redeem my points. So I was all ready, and I was like, nope. Now that I have this surprise car bill, there will be no Diamond Art Club this weekend. Things are going to have to get wish listed. So the service technician is telling me how, well, the one part won't be in until Thursday, and we're going to have to keep your car at the dealership. And I told them, I'm like, well, that's not going to work because I need a car to get to work. So they organized to give me a complimentary car to borrow while my car was in service. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to organize an Uber. That way, then you can come back. We'll give you the keys to the rental. And yeah. And I'm like, okay, no problem. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, ugh, I hate unexpected surprise expenses. Yeah. So I was, not gonna lie, in a lot of shock. And then 5 minutes later, I'm thinking it's the Uber calling saying like it's been set up. It's the service technician again. And she goes, so the mechanic made a mistake and they mixed up your car with another person's car. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes to tell me that there is another car that is in service getting a safety check too, exact same color, make, and model as my car. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, that $5,000 bill is not for your car. I apologize for stressing you out. There is nothing wrong with your car. And I was like, whoo! Oh, I was so happy because I was like, I am not emotionally prepared for this surprise $5,000 bill. And I go to her, I'm like, so what's going on with my car? And she goes, nothing. The only issue with the safety was that you had your windshield wiper was broken. So they ended up replacing the windshield wiper, which she ended up only being $30. And my car is perfectly fine. I passed the safety assessment. Um, I did not have a $5,000 bill. And I ended up being able to get my Diamond Art Club paintings that I wanted. So, yeah, let me tell you, Saturday was a wild ride. And I'm still not done talking about my Saturday because um, my car ended up not being ready for me to pick up until around shortly after 2 p.m. So, what ended up happening is after the whole debacle and the mix up with the safety assessment on my car, I ended up literally having like super fast fingers to get my Diamond Art Club order in, which I'm a little nervous because, again, I have to wait for it to ship. But I was able to pick up and redeem using my points. Um, Hear Them Whisper by Miss Holly, and I think it's called Spring Awakening by Margaret Morales. So, as of right now, the order is confirmed. I'm still waiting on an email saying that it has shipped, but I'm so excited for these kits to come in because they are my like favorite artists, like my must buy artists. Although I did not pick up that one weekend when Margaret Morales had that diamond painting release. What was it, Dark Lilith or something? That one I did have to wish list just because I had already ordered my Butterfly Fantasy. So I'm like, nope, gotta be good. But I was like, this weekend I decided to spoil myself. I treated myself. Did I need the kits? Probably not because my stash is pretty big. But considering I've been actually like, you know, diamond painting pretty quick, it seems. I feel like when I have more time, especially this weekend, I will be flying through some of the kits, or this kit in particular. So, anyway, yesterday I was able to place my order. I got super lucky because Spring Awakening by Margaret Morales sold out so fast, both in early release and in the general release. I was surprised that Hear Them Whisper by Miss Holly did not sell out. That I did not expect. Um, we just okay, yeah, because I don't know, Miss Holly's diamond paintings tend to sell out. Although I haven't checked today to see if it's still in stock. I don't know, but I'm very excited for when it comes in. Um, and then because I still was at home without a car, I actually yesterday started cleaning out my closet. So essentially, I have a habit where I'll hold on to clothes that I'm not wearing anymore or that for like don't fit me. So I went through my closet. I tried on things that I was like, does this still fit? Does this not? Um, Clothing that, didn't fit me anymore. I ended up donating or bagged it to bring to a donation center. And then clothing that I put on that I just didn't feel good in, like I just didn't feel confident or comfortable in, that I also donated. So I did that. I went through shoes. So any shoes that weren't comfortable anymore or that I just haven't been wearing, I donated those. So yeah, it was a big clean out. And then I started going through my books. So any books that I had read and I was like, I didn't enjoy it as much. I don't see myself picking it up again to read. Were donated. Um, but yeah, so there's still a couple things that I do need to clean out because some of the stuff is garbage. So, for example, I need to go through my makeup and see what's expired or spoiled, um, like stuff like that that you just can't donate. But I feel pretty good about the purge. And then when I got my car back, I just hung out at home. I had leftover pizza for dinner last night and made a salad to go with it. And then today, being Sunday, I was like, oh, all the stores are going to be closed tomorrow because it's a holiday here in Canada on the Monday. So today, which is Sunday, I ended up, I went to Walmart. I picked up a few items that I had forgotten to pick up for groceries. So, like apple, my chamomile tea that I literally have a cup of every single night. And then I also picked up like just everyday things, toothpaste. It wasn't a very exciting trip. And then on my way home, I swung into Dollarama because normally on my balcony I do fresh flowers and I pot them. But because the fresh flowers, it's been hard for me to upkeep them in the summer, especially because I don't have easy access to water them. I ended up going to Dollarama and I just bought fake flowers to put in my pots this year. And that way, then by August, because normally I do impatiens and they're so pretty, but normally by August they die. Um, so I kind of figured if I did fake flowers, then, they'll last a lot longer. So we'll see how they hold up with the wind. But my balcony is pretty sheltered, so I should be okay. So I have those. I'm probably going to wait until my boyfriend gets back from his trip so that he can help me move some stuff. But yeah. And then when I got home, I did like a deep clean of my washroom. So that was nice. And I went through my diamond painting kits so that I can start filming some more Let's Explore slash unboxing videos, which I'll hopefully get to film this weekend. And now I'm here, diamond painting. Oh, and I've also been meal prepping. I'm trying a new recipe. I'm making in my slow cooker Korean barbecue turkey thighs. So normally, like the recipe said to use chicken, but I was like, well, I have turkey in my freezer, so I may as well use that. But it smells so good. So that's for throughout the week. And then tonight for dinner, I've already prepped my vegetables and I'm already marinated steak so that I will grill up. And then I'm just going to do some potatoes in the oven. And then there should be plenty of leftovers. So when my boyfriend comes home tomorrow, it'll be leftover night. Haha. So yeah, that's been my weekend. It's been busy, but it's been good. I feel like all I've done is just blabber on, talk nonstop. So I do apologize. Actually, let me grab some of my tea. Whoopsie. I've been really enjoying this like Earl Grey lavender tea. When I was in the States last summer, like we went with family over the border, like to just go shopping. I had found this tea. It's Earl Grey lavender, and I've never seen it here in Canada. And it is so good. I'm going to be really sad when I'm done in the box. I feel like it's one of those flavors though that if I go to like a Home Sense or a Winners, they might have it because I have not seen it like that flavor in the grocery store yet. Or maybe if I go to like a David's tea, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. but I've been really enjoying it. It's been my go-to afternoon tea on the weekends. Um, but yeah. So, in terms of outside of my hectic life of me trying to declutter everything, diamond painting wise, um, I have officially been hardcore working on Little Baker. Um, I'm going to be honest, the background with the AB drills definitely slowed me down. But I have figured out how to multi-place AB drills, and I can multi-place up to 6 AB drills without having them get stuck to my putty. So I've been using my beeswax, and I've learned for me to multi-place my AB drills, I really got to go slow. Like, really take my time to place them down. And I've also learned that I don't need to press as hard when I'm trying to pick them up and when I'm trying to put them on my canvas. So that has been the challenge of this week. Now, as you can see, I'm in pretty much color blocking. So I anticipate this row for sure I'll finish today, and then I'll prep the next row. And the next row, looking at it, it is also a lot more color blocking. Um, Not as much color blocking with AB drills, so that is good. Why did I just grab one? Did I think I just had one? I don't know what I just did. But I feel like now, because like the end of the canvas that I started with was a lot more confetti heavy, but now I'm getting into a lot more of the color blocking. Um, so I feel like this canvas, I will hopefully finish it by the end of May. That's the goal. And then in terms of my other whips, I still have the Halloween mystery kit, but I think I'm going to be working on it more this summer when I'm on vacation. So I'm okay with that one. And then I still have to finish my Paint Gem Easter edition. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've had an itch to kit up. I know I shouldn't, but I've had an itch to kit up another canvas, one of my round canvases, because I feel like I really need a break from squares. I haven't decided if I'm going to kit anything up, but if I do, it's probably going to be one of my smaller round canvases that I have. So either one of the small round ones that I have from Fallon Gems, or um, even one of like my random Amazon ones that I have. But I've just had an itch to work on just a round diamond painting. So we'll see what happens. Haven't decided anything yet. Although I was looking at, I have a Dreamer Designs round kit, and it's like the panda from their overseas collection. That one is super cute. It's only a 40 by 40. But yeah, I have an itch for a round canvas. So definitely, I'm trying my best to hold off until I'm done Little Baker. But definitely, the next kit I work on is going to be a round. Although, when I was pulling out my kits to film for my Let's Explore, I noticed that my box for the Market Morales Hades and Persephone kit is damaged and it's starting to come apart. And normally, when I have a box that is coming apart, I tend to just kit up that canvas. So I haven't decided if I'm going to kit that one up yet. My only beef with it is a square canvas. And like I said, I have an itch for a round, but the box, I think the glue is coming apart. So either I tape it up with masking tape to hold everything together, or I just say screw it and kit it up. So yeah, that's been fun. I noticed that today and I was like, oh no, no, no. So I'm a little worried that when I go and film the Let's Explore of that kit, that it's just going to completely fall apart the box. Yeah. So that's a thing. Um, but yeah, so there's quite a few kits that I do want to film a Let's Explore of. I know last WIP'n Chat I said I would have up my post review of the flower coasters from Diamond Art Club. I'm going to be honest, I did not get around to edit that. So that one I do need to edit so that I can upload it. And then in terms of Happy Mail this past week, my Diamond Art Club kit of Flow, the Beta Fish one, it did come. It is absolutely stunning and adorable. I did take a peek at it. It's not as big as I thought it would be. So, yeah, that one, when I opened it, I really wanted to kit it up, but then because we are getting into the summer season, I do want to do one of my like summery themed kits. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Plus, it is a square, so it's on the back burner for now. My pen from Butterfly Effects Wares. Oh my gosh. So last week on, when was it? The 9th, May 9th, when I checked the tracking, it said that it had arrived at Pearson Airport in Toronto. And I was all excited because I thought this week it would come. And it turned out it's been stuck in customs for a whole week. And today, when I checked the tracking, it's finally showing that it's with Canada Post and it should be arriving by this Wednesday. Which I'm going to be honest, I'm a little nervous because right now Canada Post might be going on strike again, and I think it might be as early as this Thursday. So I am praying that my pen comes before they strike, because the last time they striked, I had my winter tray from Yellow Dog Designs trapped with them. And that tray, I had ordered it like in November, but then they striked for almost a month. And then it took them forever to catch up with stuff that was stuck. So I didn't get it until I think January. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. So fingers crossed that it arrives. Maybe, knowing my luck, maybe it'll arrive early. Maybe it'll come Tuesday because there's no mail delivery on Monday because it's a holiday. So yeah, it's been a thing, but it's finally in Canada. It got released by customs. I'm really excited to see it because I was seeing like some of the people I follow on Instagram, they got theirs and it's super glittery. And like, yeah. Anyway, as you know, purple is my favorite color. So yeah, that's that. Um, yeah. And then I feel like I have a lot of packages coming all of a sudden. It's because, okay, let me explain. So, as most people know, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that Creations Morin is one of my favorite diamond painting companies where I get my pens from. And one of the things I've been doing to help me not purchase so much stuff is I tend to get the Creations Morin monthly box. So I just got the notification today that my May monthly box is been shipped. So I imagine that will hopefully come this week. And then back in December, when Creations Morin had a diamond painting, not diamond painting, but like a live where they showcased new pens, I had ordered 2 pens from them. And I believe in Joni's last update, um, that they were almost caught up with the December custom pen orders. So I am anticipating, I'm fingers crossed, that hopefully sometime within the next month or so that my custom pens will be coming through. I know Creations Morin, they did have to take a break with pen orders because of some personal reasons. But honestly, I am a patient person. Um, but I think one of the pens I ordered is like a butterfly pen, or like a pen with like butterflies in it. I honestly can't remember what it is. But yeah. So that is on its way, I imagine, hopefully within the next month. But yeah, so there'll just be a lot of like random packages appearing. Um, but the fun part is that the mystery box, I have no idea what the special drills will be, what the special tray will be, what the putty is, any of that. And then, of course, the pens that I had ordered in December, I was so silly. I should have taken a screenshot of them so that I would remember the colors. I know one was like super glittery, but the other one I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's butterflies in it. Um, yes. And I'm pretty sure I asked for like the classic bubbles that I love, which are oops, hold on, which I'll show you. Which I'm pretty sure I asked for these. Like, I don't know, I call them bubbles, but they are my favorite. My absolute favorite type of design are things with like these rounded bubbles, um, or things that are just super smooth. Or like this, where there's a little something in the middle, but then the ends are smooth. I don't like pens where the whole thing is just a pattern. Just it's not comfortable for me. So yeah, but yeah, I can't remember the design. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big surprise when it comes. And like I said, I am excited for that. Um, it'll be fun. So yeah. Now, in terms of this week for videos, um, I do plan to have up. So Tuesday, May 20th is when this Whip and Chat will be going up. And then Thursday, May 22nd, will be the post review of the coasters from Diamond Art Club. And then I will be filming some of my Let's Explore videos of diamond paintings in my stash that I have picked up. Because a lot of times what happens is like I purchase my diamond painting kits, and now that they come with the treasure quest cards, I open them to get my treasure quest card, and then I open it to check the canvas, but I don't actually look at the drills. So in my Let's Explore, we'll be looking at the drills, looking at where the special drills are placed, all of that jazz. So that's that. And then in terms of TV shows I'm watching, honestly, I'm still watching Below Deck Down Under. I'm on season 3, so that is what I'm catching up on. And then book wise, I started reading, oh, what's it called? Black, is it Butcher and Blackbird? I think that's what it's called. It's like a slow burn. I don't know if it's considered a dark romance, but it's like a slow burn romance about like two serial killers that like fall in love or something. I don't know. I just started it, so it's going pretty good, and I'm almost done Lights Out. Yeah, that is what's been going on. So, on that note, whoopsie, I am officially going to wrap up this Whip and Chat because I think it's been half an hour. Ooh, it's been over half an hour, and I don't like long Whip and Chats. So, with that being said, I'll turn off the light so that you can see. So, pretty much, it looks like I was working on the plate dish that the cake is on. And then this brown area is the counter. And then it looks like I still have some of the icing of the cake to do. Now, if you did enjoy today's Whip and Chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds 2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.